that playoff scenario that went down at that final loss is going to be the catalyst that what launches Jared Allen's career this year.
My record prediction for the Bills is 12-5, and that is winner of the division. And to me, the Bills are the best team in this division. Josh Allen is an elite quarterback. You have Gabriel Davis, one of the most underrated receivers who tortured the Kansas City Chiefs defense. You have the best route runner, Stephon Diggs over there. You also have Dawson Knox on the offensive side of the ball, and you also have a great running back town, really a good running back tandem. I don't. They just don't run the football a lot. They use their skills. They use the offense around Josh Allen a lot more than they run the ball. But Devin Singletary and adding James Cook is going to help that offense out be electric even more. And you go to the defensive side of the ball, they got the best safety tandem in football. Michael Hyde and Jordan Poyer has 10 interceptions combined. They both had 5 apiece last year. You got the top 3 cornerback in the game of football. You just added Von Miller, 2-time Super Bowl champion. You still got a lot of miles on the defensive side. And you got Kyrie Elam in the draft. So that is why. And I just think they're a better football team. I still think they're a better football team than Miami. And I still think they're going to be good on defense and both offensively. They're going to be ranked in the top, at least in the top 10 in both categories on defense and offense. So that's why I got the Bills at 12-5 winning this division.
This one was a hard one for me, man. You know, when I look at that whole division, and I've been high on Miami for a while, and you'll see where I rank them. And this year, I'm not going to get disappointed again. Not, you know, it's not just for the simple fact that, you know, Miami is going to Miami at this point in time. It's the simple fact that, like, what I saw in the playoffs was incredible. And all they did was just add on to that team, like Coach said. So with that being said, I actually have them going 12-5 as well. I don't see them losing too many games. I think of course, you're going to be splitting hairs here with, with what you have. But, if I had to go down, and, just look at who they lose to, I think the LA Rams right off the get on week 1, that's going to be a tough. I mean, they got to go to LA after the Super Bowl win, and play them there. I don't think they're going to win that game, and I think it's going to be a close one. And then maybe riding high with Miami again here. I have them losing to Miami. I have them losing to Pittsburgh at home. I just think Pittsburgh is going to have an incredible team this year. And, I'm going with my Super Bowl pick here with Minnesota. I have them losing there. And then they have to go to Cincinnati late in the season, which Cincinnati turned up the juice towards the end of the season. And I think they're going to keep that going. And I think they lose to Cincinnati right there. So I think they're all close games. But this is how I just think that they're panning out. The big question mark for me going into the season is how are they going to use Gabriel Davis? I think he's when you look at the full season as a whole, he was underutilized for the amount of talent that he showed in the playoffs.
Exactly.
James Cook, huge addition. Don's talked about him in nauseam at this point. Go watch that video. James Cook is, him and his brother have some of the sweetest running styles that you'll ever see. And it's going to be a great addition to something that, I don't necessarily think that, it was needed as far as depth, but I still think Devin Singletary is going to be their number 1 running back. I mean, towards the end of the season, he started to pick it up. Regardless of what people like to say, just go watch the tape. He was pretty good. And then that defense. Go through the names of players that are there. Tre'Davious White, Micah Hyde, and Jordan Poyer are by far the best safety tandem in the league. And now who do you add to that whole situation for the next 5 years? And he said he wants to play out all 5 years of that contract in Von Miller. So 12-5 is a great spot for them. I don't know if they're going to be the Bills of old and just continue to lose Super Bowls when they're there. I hope they break the curse. And I want to see an old school team win it, just like I rooted for the Chiefs. I'm rooting for the Bills this year to pull it out. But I just think there's still just one more team that's better than them on paper, and it's just continuously to get better. I just don't know. Maybe Sean McDermott can outcoach the Chargers, but I don't know if that's going to be the deal this year. So that being said, Don, who was your pick? Or what was your record?
For the Bills. Well, to start off, last year I predicted the Bills would be 11-6, and they went 11-6. This year I have them at 13-4. The Bills will continue to dominate the East. That playoff scenario that went down at that final loss is going to be the catalyst that what launches Jared Allen's career this year. He is going to have a career year this year. The roster additions in the offseason, I know you've already mentioned Kaiir Elam, James Cook at running back. They signed the punt god from San Diego State. Yes.
SDSU, Aztecs
Yep.
fight.
Yep. They did pick up another running back also, Duke Johnson. Of course, Von Miller signed. They got another wide receiver at Jamison Crowder. They picked up another tight end at O.J. Howard. These are just a few of their pickups. A motivated Josh Allen is really going to be hard to stop this year.
So I think collectively, when we asked Key what her record was, Key, go ahead, give us a spoiler. Were the Bills your number one team in the AFC East?
No, I'm with Don here. 13-4.
13-4.
Nice.
All of our number one teams on our list here. They were the number one team. Well, not the number one team overall, but the number one team in the AFC East. We think they take the title this year. Let's go ahead and get your reasonings why.
Y'all didn't pretty much the sucky part about going last because y'all see it.
Yeah.
Hey, we made it easy on you.
but no, I completely agree with every point y'all made. You know, them picking up James Cook. You know, I was that one Eagles fan was like, "Come on, we should scoop him." But,
I know.
he was still out there. So anyway, no, they don't run the ball a lot, but Devin Singletary. Good back to get. I always pick him up in fantasy. He get fantasy points. Singletary, and then they picked up Cook. You got Stephon Diggs. Dawson Knox is a very underrated tight end.
Mm-hmm.
That can catch as well. And Josh Allen, he can use his feet when he has to. He just don't run first. But if he don't see nothing open, just watch out because he can take off for a good chunk of yardage, 30, 40, 50 yards. He can run. He's a very mobile quarterback. And then that defense adding Von Miller is just seals the deal. So 13-4 is my pick.
13-4 is your pick. All right.